Good morning, and welcome to another episode of SmartFox News.
Video games, technological-wise, are currently at their best. The games we have received in the last 10 years have been spectacular. Some genres are probably not the same as they used to be, but they're still enjoyable to play. Most genres in games have made many improvements in their craft. However, there is one specifically that I would like to talk about that has hardly made any improvements at all: the sports genre. Outside of a few titles, sports games are at their worst quality-wise. They may not all be bad, but they are a far cry from where they used to be. Why has the quality of sports games declined so much? There are many reasons behind this. One reason would be the lack of competition. In the early 2000s, multiple companies would release similar sports titles. Today there would only have one company developing that game. That's where the lack of competition comes in. Being the only developer that works on a particular sports game, what would be the point in putting so much effort knowing consumers do not have an alternative? So they will buy the game regardless of the quality. That mentality caused their product to slack more than ever, and you would see it playing the game. NFL 2K and Madden had to try their hardest to make the best product. Now that Madden has bought the exclusive rights from the NFL, they literally can make the same game for the following years. Not only that there's a lack of competition, but there's no excellent sports games that have a fun arcade feel. Back in the 2000s, there would be NBA Street, NBA Jam, NFL Street, Backbreaker, and even FIFA Street. They didn't focus on making simulation sports games. What the developers wanted to do is to create a fun game, which they succeeded in. Today's simulation sports games try to imitate other arcade sports. Don't get me wrong, the street mode in these games, especially NBA 2K, are still fun to play. Except they're all still missing that feeling that NBA Street had. We need more fun arcade games such as Wii Sports and Rocket League, because the whole point of video games is to have fun, right? My third reason sports games quality is so low is the excessive microtransactions these sports games live by. Sports games are the only genre I know that can regress drastically but can still make millions of dollars. That's crazy, right? The focus on microtransactions affected the quality of sports games. I found that EA Sports make more money off modes like Ultimate Team than the copies of their own game, which is scary because it tells me that this pay-to-win mechanic's not going anywhere anytime soon. NBA 2K, while their quality is better than most sports games, they still have problems with microtransactions on their own. If you want to create your player in the NBA, it would cost $50 to even make him decent, or else you want to be grinding away the whole game. For sports games to return to what they once were, more companies should develop similar sports games to compete. There are not enough arcade sports titles today aside from Rocket League, which is probably the best sports game out there right now. Even though microtransactions are another problem on its own, sports games are their worst victims. The only reason people buy sports games anymore is because they're sports fans. Non-sports fans will never touch these games, and I don't blame them. Will sports games ever return to their former glory? Seeing these other fantastic games today gives me a slight chance of hope. With the right developers, anything can happen. Thanks for watching SmartFoxTV. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Welcome back to Quote of the Day. The 3 C's in life: choice, chance, change. If you want anything in life to change.
Hey everyone, this is Kim and thanks for joining me for the current news. Yesterday in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a fire broke out. Currently, 6,500 residents within the city are being evacuated over fears of the fire hitting the Weaver fertilizer plant. The happy artist Pharrell Williams has announced a new lifestyle and design forward project by building a resort within the Bahamas with the help of David Grutman, who is a hospitality and nightlife entrepreneur. The resort is slated to be open somewhere in January of 2024. This is Kim, and thanks for joining me for the current news.
Welcome back to the Poem of the Day. Dark days are necessary, just as important as the rest. For if we didn't have the worst, we couldn't recognize the best.
This is Kim.
This is Tracy.
Hi, this is Sally.
This is Shane.
And thanks for watching
SmartFoxTV.
Stay
Stay
Foxy.
foxy.